Okay, so today what we're gonna do is first take the airbox off, take the rocker cover off, do the valve clearance, reassemble, try to start the bike with that temporary tank. When the bike is at temperature, do the carbs, the sync of the carbs, and if everything goes to plan, stop it, reassemble everything, and yeah, see if it's right. Before that, I need to take off the top box because the bike is so long that with all that I have stuffed in the front of my garage, I can't actually put the bike forward enough to be able to close the door, and there's a lot of room, and I intend to do a lot of painting as well because I finally received my custom paint. So taking the top box off will allow me to gain a little bit of room, and also when the door is open, a little bit of extra light. So yeah, let's do this. So the rocker cover is off. I'm only going to do the rear cylinder, and there's a very good reason for that. To do the front cylinder, you've got to take everything off, including taking the coolant out and redoing the cooling system, which I am not in the mood to do. Furthermore, as you've seen, the front cylinder has excellent compression. I only have a doubt that this one, the valves are a little bit loose. It doesn't close completely. The valves don't close completely when the engine is running. So I'm going to check that, and also because there is an oil leak on the gasket, so I'm going to clean that oil and try to refresh, change the gasket for the rocker cover. And yeah, that's going to be fun. So first thing you've got to do when the rocker cover is out and you can actually see the rockers and the valves, well, you don't see the valves, you see the valve stems, is to open the side here on the side carter so that you can turn the engine to top dead center front cylinder. That will put the valves loose at the neutral position, everything closed neutral. This is where you check your valve clearance, and the engine has to be stone cold.
We interrupt our program to bring you this important message.
So obviously the camera failed me, the camera died on me as I was doing this. So well, so be it. We are now going to do the carb sync. For that I need to warm up the engine first. So it started. Now it's time to get to the fun part.
said you're done with them, but I know that's a lie. You always push me away.
Well, on the battery, for instance.
On the battery?
Yeah, thank you very much.
Here we are, my darling.
Okay. So on the Deauville you can plug one vacuum here, just next to the air valve there, and the other one has a special port here with a screw that you need to take off and then put one of the brass adapters. So for now, all I want to do is be able to pull that little vacuum line that triggers the air pump, the air valve, sorry, and yeah, that's it. Okay, so first line has to go here, and immediately you see where the problem is. So we're going to need cheap that a little bit. There, that will go. And on the other side, Okay, so it turns out I will need to take the crash bar off to be able to access the second port. Okay, the screw that plugs the second port is solid. So, searching for a plan B now. Also, you didn't see it because the camera died on me. You didn't see it because the camera died on me. But I also changed all 4 plugs. Those actually look pretty good. I wouldn't say textbook good, but pretty good. As I said, that will require a lot of vroom juice. Okay guys, so that second port will not move. The screw itself is a little bit damaged. It's a tiny bit rounded. I don't want to force it to round it even more. Maybe I will find a solution in the future. In between, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go complete old school, start the bike, set it at 2000 RPM, and then leave the throttle, touch the balancing screw, see if the RPM increase or decrease, and basically do it by ear while I find the setting that gives maximum RPM purely by ear. So the difficulty with that is it has to be extremely progressive, and you need to take the time to listen to the bike and leave the throttle, let it go back down to idle, and so forth. Because there is no air filter, it's going to be fun. All of that is a lot of fun. Okay, so I was able to increase the idle, well, the fast idle at 2000 RPM. I was able to increase it to about 2300, 2350. If I went more than that, it was going back down to 2200 or something. So I will call it and say that's good enough for now. So next, because I took the pair system off, it's just a valve that injects air inside the exhaust to dilute the fumes and trick the emission test basically. That thing is notoriously useless. It's supposed to help recombust unburned fuel inside the exhaust. That's not the way it works. It's just diluting, and that's pretty much a mess for no reason at all. So I do what they call a pair delete, which is basically just taking that off, and the airbox where the pair system is supposed to plug, that port needs to be plugged. And the easiest way to do that is to actually replug the air valve into the airbox so that there is no air leak basically. Now, because this was originally on the pair system and going all the way down behind the left crash bar, obviously that's too long. I'm going to need to cut it so that it can go directly from the airbox right here, the air valve right here, into the airbox here, so that there is no air leak. So that will go here, that will go over there, that will go over there here, so we need to cut it. Okay, so I did indeed cut it so that it comes as just a little bent. It's gonna go there, another box that I'm gonna keep just in case. Making sure the boots are properly on the carbs inlets. The lock is in two parts on that airbox. Is this little like socket that goes around the board that is in the frame. Basically, it's designed to increase the surface where the plastic is pinched in between the metal. It's a detail, but the sort of things you don't see on a Chinese bike, because that's long term to prevent cracks in the airbox. So it's like one extra part improves reliability. Yeah, good. So, brand new air filter. I really want to show you the difference. Stay there. So, this for you. So, quiz. Which one is the new one? If you can spot the difference, you win a bike. No, I'm just kidding. Oh, actually, maybe not. Yeah, so that's what an old air filter looks like when there is too much oil in the system and the oil comes out of the breather and just splashes that. So that works with about a third of the surface, a quarter of the surface, which is itself limited. So that's probably a fifth of the air that should go in, ended up in the engine. Secondary breather is going to come here. And I've got a cute little bit of foam. It's going to be there. And then the top of the box. So the air is coming from here, that goes behind the protection plate. Air is coming here, there, through there, in the carbs. Make sure that stays where it's supposed to be. So here I have all the screws that go around. Because they are very rusty, I just spray a tiny little bit of white lithium grease just to coat them so that they don't rust much more than they already are. I could dip them in rust converter, but I'm not sure what it would do to the thread itself, so I need to put them back in. bin. That's a nice sound. That sounds really, really sweet. So now putting back the right crash bar and the fuel tank. Okay, so at that point, the valve clearance is done, the carbs have been synced best I could considering the circumstances, done by here. The airbox has been reinstalled with the pair system deleted and a brand new high flow air filter. What else? The excess oil is gone, the top of the engine has been cleaned more or less. And it's starting on the button purely with what is in the carbs, so there is no external tank right now, or there's not the original tank. Going to plug again the actual fuel tank. It has a few components, two breather lines and an overfill line. Obviously the fuel pump has to go back where it belongs. This one is floating, I'm not quite sure why it shouldn't be floating like that. I will have a look at that as well. I think the support is broken. That actually can go immediately where it belongs, which is here. That will need to go properly here because there is a little bit of pressure, so you don't want it to just pop out. You don't want the hose to just pop out. And the actual fuel tank is lying on this hose. So let's go for it. Just hang tight for now, just so that it stays where it is to avoid accidents. Gonna plug that back in, turn it off and see if it keeps idling under its own power.
Okay guys, that's it for today. More to come very soon, and in between, don't forget, on the road, behave like grown-ups. Stay safe. See you soon.